Hello everyone. Now today we are going to start our next session here on Rehab Sciences Group on YouTube. And today we have Dr. Gajanan Bhalerao with us. He is the founder and director of GB School of Neuro Rehabilitation and Aquatic Therapy, Pune. He is a PhD scholar and he has done physiotherapy, masters of physiotherapy in neurological sciences. He is a certified NDT therapist and he is also certified aquatic therapist. He has done his motor learning therapy certification from Australia. He has done level 1 to 4 certificate in PNF from IPNFA, and he is having more than 17 years of clinical experience in neurorehabilitation. In that 12 year of academic experience, he has been teaching physiotherapy sciences for many years. Working as an employee for 15 years, then he shifted to self-employment, and now he is in a business quadrant for last 3 years since 2017. He has employed number of people in organization, and he is the owner and director of Bhalerao School of Neuro Rehab Private Limited. He is a director of Bhalerao Physiopreneur Private Limited. He is also has founded a trust called Bhalerao Rehab Foundation and Wellness Trust. He will be talking about strategic management planning post lockdown for physiotherapists, and now we are all here to listen to him what mistake we generally make in our practice, in our financial planning, and what we have to learn through his experiences. He is going to talk all about that. So welcome Dr. Gajanan here in the show, and hope the audience will have a great knowledge sharing from you. Before we start the session, I would like to request everyone that you please do subscribe the Rehab Sciences Group channel, and please click the notification bell below the subscription button, so that you keep getting updated notification about the new sessions and courses and uh, teaching here. We are coming up with Rehab Sciences Group. There are a lot of courses lined up. The lectures are lined up from international faculties, and we are coming up with the knowledge sharing across faculty from across the world. So with this note, let's join me to welcome Dr. Gajanan Bhalerao, and he'll be talking about how we can plan our strategy on topic the strategic financial planning post lockdown for physiotherapists. Over to you, sir. Welcome to you, Dr. Gajanan. You can start the session now, sir. Dr. Gajanan, can you hear me? So I think there is some technical problem from his side. Can you hear me, Dr. Gajanan, now? Dr. Gajanan, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Now you can start your session, sir. Please. Welcome to the session, sir. You can start now.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Yes. You go ahead, sir.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, the team of Rehab Science Group and Dr. Dharam, Dr. Harpreet and Shagun sir for inviting me for this lecture. So today I'm going to talk about the strategic financial planning post lockdown for physiotherapists. Uh, As we know, we are a noble profession of service in medical services. But being a noble profession, but we also have our need, which is financial need and stability. So we also need to support our family. So we are also supposed to think along with the services about our financial support and needs. So let us discuss about the impact of coronavirus and lockdown on our economy. Global economic impact of COVID-19 has shown that most of the countries' GDP is going to be negative. Only India and China will have a better GDP, which is actually reduced from 6% to around 2 to 3%. But all other economics will be highly affected and it will go in negative. And what is the healthcare facilities available in India compared to other countries? Indian healthcare facilities are not very much sufficient as compared to the other countries. There will be too much of demand and supply mismatch. So um, there will be a lot of demand of physiotherapy and other medical services in next few months. If you look at the debt ratio, the overall debt which is applied to everybody in other sectors compared to the pharma sector, other sectors has got a lot of loans and debt and they are highly affected compared to this. You can see that here the pharma sector is or the medical sector is less affected compared to other sectors. So which are the industries affected badly? The most commonly industries affected right now is entertainment, tourism, bank, real estate, hotel, airline, and car manufacturing industry. But some industries who are fairly doing good are the FMCG stores or retail stores, pharma industry, and healthcare industry. Every regression gives birth to a new millionaire. The previous recession which happened was in 1930, and after that it was again in 2002 and 2008. So whenever there is a recession in the economics, there are always two type of people emerge. One who will have a lot of loss during this recession, and there will be other group of people who will be benefited highly and becomes millionaire. As a PT professional, we have a different categories of employment or work, what we do in day-to-day life. So you can see that commonly 80% of our population is in employment sector, and the employment either is in the hospital or in the college, and then our consultant who are working in their private clinic or they are doing home visit, and then there are business owner who are having small scale business or small clinic with 10 to 20 employees, and some have a bigger sector also around 100 to 200 employees. During this crisis, the employees will not have much impact because already they are able to conduct their sessions online in the college sector and hospital. Some of the hospitals are partly open, so 50% of the employees are still working and 50% are not working. Some are getting fully paid, some are not getting paid. So this employment sector is presently not very much affected, although there will be an impact in next few months, but it is less affected. But the consultant part, those who are having their own private clinics, it is highly affected, and their clinics are completely stopped. Only few centers are able to run, and the small scale business and large scale business are also similar. Only few big businesses they are able to conduct some online telemedicine type of therapy. So this is during the impact. After the this corona crisis will open, um, this first sector they will not have much difference. Their normal life will start very soon with some precautions, and they will have a similar growth pattern, no problem in day-to-day life or very minimum affection. Whereas in consultant sectors, although they are affected right now, but the moment it will start, they will start very fastly. You can see that this is a V type of economic growth curve. So they are sharply gone down and they will come back sharply. Similarly, for home visit sector, some of you can start home visit with a lot of precautions as advised by the WHO and other healthcare industries. We have to follow that. And the small scale industry and big scale industry, they will have a U-shaped type of growth. In the beginning, they will be slow, but but slowly they will pick up and they will have a good growth in say 6 months to 1 year. This whole impact will last near about 6 months to 1 year, and maybe within 2 years we'll be within our normal limits of functioning. So who are the people who will be saved in this crisis? Those people who have cash in hand will be saved in this crisis. How much cash you or liquid assets you have in your bank or in your hand is more important. Those who got at least 12 months or more than cash, they will not much affected and they can continue their functioning. 6 months will be a little bit good. 3 months and 1 month, because already the lockdown is gone for 1 to 3 more than 1 month, around 3 months it will continue. So this is the sector which will be highly affected and their cash will be wiped out. So they need to start working to support their family financially within next 1 month. So why are we are in this financial crisis? Is it that we are in financial crisis because this natural disaster of corona crisis, or is it the bad financial management, or is it the lack of emergency fund, or lack of saving, or lack of cash flow or investment? So let us see. Natural disasters, they are inevitable. You cannot control that. It is bound to happen. Some way or other, natural disaster or economic fall is bound to happen. We can't control that. The only thing which we can control is just prepare yourself for the worst. So prepare yourself for the rainy days. So those who are prepared for these rainy days, they will be saved. Those who are not prepared will be highly affected. Why most the second point is emergency fund. Why we are not having this emergency fund in this crisis? One is the lack of financial education. Is it inflation or low income, or it is a bad financial planning? Most commonly presently it might be bad financial planning and we have not saved a lot of money for emergency fund. So what is this buyer financial management, and how do we do the financial planning? So this financial planning, I am talking at the individual level, not at a business level, at a personal level. Those who get paid by salary or any kind of income, how to do that? So first thing is that you have to monitor your financial habits. Anything that cannot be measured can't be changed, and everything that can be measured can be changed. So you need to measure your financial expenses and incomes. So there is a very simple way to do that. Nowadays, there are a lot of money management apps are available. These apps, they automatically read your messages, and then they put that in the app, and they will show you them the in the column of finances, and then accordingly you can categorize them in based on what category they belong. So you need to categorize them in shopping, dining, healthcare, or sales or income. This way you will able to know what is your budget. So you have to set your budget first, and then you will know how much you have spent out of your budget and what are the common spending habit, and which are the spending habit which is more, if you think that is not necessary, you can cut down on that. And if you also give a notification for payments which you are supposed to do monthly, like your electricity bill, your phone bill, your credit card bill, that will also be notified to you, so that you will not be late on payments and you will pay your bills on time. The beauty of this app is that nowadays, because most of us are doing business online, or we are using cards, so this digital economy is going to help us a lot, because this app automatically records everything whatever you do electronically. And if you do some cash payment, make sure that you put the income and expenditure into the app and record everything. If you keep this habit, you will know that how much you are spending in unnecessary thing, and you will be able to reorganize your finances. In day-to-day life, we don't realize how much we are spending in small things. So now we monitored the income expense. So let us distribute your income in different category. So what are the income you are getting by salary or your sales, 55% of that you should put in your basic daily needs, which you actually need for day-to-day functioning of a month. Then 10% you should definitely put in emergency fund or crisis fund, and make sure that you do this for minimum 6 months. You should have a balance of, suppose your monthly expenditure is around 30 or 40,000. So let us say example of 30,000. So you should have you collect 10% and you collect up to 1,80,000 amount in your account, so that this will be remain emergency fund. And when I say emergency fund, it should be kept there, don't use it. 10% should be always in enjoyment, because if you keep working and you get irritated and you get disturbed, you should spend some money on education and enjoyment, and this will boost you, keep you on the track, and you will not get tired. And 10% should be in saving account or investment account. This saving is not just saving in the bank. You should save from the salary, and then you can put that into the financial freedom account or investment account. 10% should be on education, which is for self improvement, and 5% should be given for donation. This part is more important. Whatever you give to others, you always get in return 2 to 3 times of what you give. So let us discuss what is emergency fund. This is the perfect time to build your emergency fund. And this emergency only should be used in crisis like this, when you have nothing else to support, then only you should use this emergency fund. What are the 6 reasons you should build an emergency fund? 1, emergency cases like this, or you stay far away from your family and you require some financial support, so then you should have some emergency fund. Help you to get out of your own comfort zone. So if you are doing routinely same thing and you want to do any challenging activity, then if you do not have financial backup of your own, or somebody is not backing you up, then it will be more difficult for you. So if you have an emergency fund, then you can take little bit risk, and then you can go out of your comfort zone. Enhance your confidence level. This, because you know that there is a backup for me. I can rely on my emergency fund. You will get a lot of confidence, and you do not have to. If you do not have a steady job or a proper job upgradation is not happening after graduation, then also this emergency fund is going to help you and to secure your financial future. Savings. You should save money from your routine income. Either you can save it for saving account, retirement account, or emergency plan account, pension plan, college fund, vacation. You can define your own problem and save money for each category. Like this, you can say there is separate money in each jar. Like that, you can put in separate jars. But this is the most important thing. Usually we get the salary or income, then we pay all the bill and we do all the spending of the month, and whatever is remain, then we save. This should not be the strategy for a good financial management. You should save salary. Whenever you get salary, out of that, you should pay yourself first, and then you pay your EMIs, and then pay your bills. This way, you will always make sure that you have a saving account. And suppose you got a 50,000 salary and you save 10% or 10,000 out from that, and then your expenditure requirement is 50% and you got only 40,000, then you will work extra to give that, because whenever you have some bills to pay, you always work extra. But when you want to save, you don't work so much extra. So this is a kind of driving force you to work hard and earn more, and it will also save you money for your future. So investment. Actually, I'm not the right person for investment. You should better talk to the experts. But you should always educate yourself before you invest. Everything on the sale. Because of this crisis, everybody is in panic. There are a lot of shares which are going down and it is falling down. So everybody is in panic. So everything is on the shelves. All the shares are on the sales. So the best way is that you can buy it. Suppose you got extra cash, you got something in your hand, so you can buy more shares, and this will you will get a lot of shares at a very low price, and this will help to build your financial investment. Again, I will repeat that I am not the right person for investment. There are good financial investment advisor. They will help you in this planning. The part out of this is that basically you need to get good education. There are two types of education. One is a professional education, which we always get from our colleges. As we learn physiotherapy, we got educated, masters, PhD, like that. But nobody taught us financial education. Uh, you need to have a good financial education, and if you don't spend money and time on education, then we will not have money and time. So please work on increasing your financial education. And how to increase our financial education? You can read a lot of books which are already available in the market. I have read all these books, and this is how it helped me. Or you can find mentors. In traditionally, Ekalave was the student who wanted to learn from Dronacharya, but Dronacharya was not willing to teach him. So what he did, he kept his statue next to him, and he made him as a mentor, and then he practiced his bow and arrow techniques. So what I'm trying to tell you, at that time we didn't have mentors who could directly teach, but presently, because of the internet and social media and YouTube, even if any teacher is not willing to teach us directly, or the mentors are not teaching directly, there are a lot of online mentors which are available, or you watch their videos and then learn. I have learned like this only by watching videos online. So these are my financial mentors. Robert Kiyosaki talks very good on finance. Then Grant Cardone. Then we have SpaceX, Tesla's owner Elon Musk. Patrick Bet-Dev is a very good speaker or in entrepreneurship. Naveen Jain, he is basically Indian entrepreneur who is working right now in US, and he is planning to make a space flight to moon, and he calls it Moon Express Vivek Bandra. And along with this financial and entrepreneur mentor, you should also have motivational mentor. I follow a lot Eric Thomas and Les Brown and Tim Grover. You should watch their videos very frequently. And basically, in our day-to-day life, we travel a lot from one place to another, and we watch normal Bollywood music. In my car, I never ever put on the music in the car. There is always some YouTube videos are playing on. You can keep your phone outside and just listen to the audio. You may not focus on the video, and because anyways you will be stuck in the traffic. But in that time, you are learning continuously. So if you get this continuous learning and your mind is continuously bombarded by the financial education, your subconscious mind will learn, and you will learn the behavior, how to act like that. Or you can have a lot of YouTube channels which help you to learn business and finances. My life changed with the first talk on TED Talks, which was the talk by Simon Sinek, and the topic was start with the why. And the moment I listened to his talks, I changed my perspective about life. And after that, I started watching a lot of TED Talks. Then I started watching a lot of YouTube videos on other business management, and all this education helped me to prepare my mindset up for the good financial future and for motivation as well. So, cash flow. What is the fifth point, which can affect our present crisis? Was it a cash flow which affected our present financial crisis? First of all, you should remember that cash flow is one of the biggest cause of personal and business financial failure. Whatever the income you are getting, if that is not coming regularly, or if it's not coming on time, it is drastically is going to affect your business. In the cash flow, you need not just should worry about are you getting income or not. The speed of transaction is very, very important. Like imagine if you have given some goods to somebody and you are supposed to get a payment from them after 1 month. This is a 1 month transaction price. that is a too much transaction time. And if you get this time delayed like 3 months or 6 months, but you are supposed to pay your next vendors, and if you are not getting your own payment, your business is going to go down. So you need to focus on speed of transaction. Fortunately, in our business or in our therapeutic culture, we don't get so much of delayed payment. Most of us we get on-time payment, or sometimes I better advise take advance payment or on-time payment. And if you are taking late payment, give a credit period of 15 to 30 days maximum, or whenever there is a lot of credited payment and if it is pending for a long time, it is going to affect our financial stability. Along with this speed of transaction, you need to look at what is the source of cash flow. It is a single source or multiple source. Most of our individual financial finances go haywire because we have a single source of income. Most commonly, it is our salary. But in physiotherapy, fortunately, along with the salary, there are a lot of people who do home visit or some small clinic. So they have at least have one or two source of income. So I advise that most of us should have multiple sources of income. The more you have source of income, so if one source is affected, it is not going to affect your financial stability. Again, all the sources of income should not be from one field. Like suppose all this income is only coming from physiotherapy or healthcare industry, and if that industry is affected, it is going to affect your financial stability. Along with your physiotherapy income or healthcare income, I suggest find different ways of income. You can invest in any other business, or support somebody like transport or sell other products, so that along with the physiotherapy and healthcare income, you get associated income from different sources, and this will try to support your cash flow. Along with this active income, that we should also focus on different types of income. So what are the types of income? The first type is earned income, which we actually get from either salary or by consultation. And the second is the passive income, which comes from in the active income, you only get paid when you are working. If you don't work, you don't get paid. Like suppose as a consultant also, if I don't go to the OPD and I don't treat patient, I don't get paid in payment. So this is the earned income. And passive income, even if you don't go and work there, you still get the payment. That is a passive income. And portfolio income is from the stocks, bond, or mutual fund, or what we call the investment incomes, which is coming where the money is working to make more money. So there are four sources of income. One is employment. Most of the 90% of the population is in the employment quadrant, and few people are in the self-employment quadrant. When I say self-employment quadrant, here all the consultant, doctors, lawyer, everybody comes into self-employment quadrant. Even the small-scale businesses, like who are having 10 to 100 employees, are also coming into the self-employment quadrant. Here, you only get paid as long as you work. But in the business quadrant, you may or may not work, but your business is continuously earning, so you get paid. And in investment quadrant, the money is making money. So the left side of quadrant is a active quadrant, and the income is always linear. You get paid as long as you work, and if you don't work, you don't get paid. But in the business quadrant, or the right side of the quadrant, which is the passive side, you get income exponentially. It doesn't have limit. So I wanted to tell you that don't just sell your time. Like we work for 10 hours, 18 hours, 14 hours, whatever is your job timing or clinical timing. You sell your time and you get paid from that, and you say, I don't have time, I don't have time. Time is always constant. You need to create the time. So like first we'll discuss, like in a job, we sell our time and we get a fixed income. And if you are some specialist in some technique, you will get sell time and skill, and then you get performance based income. And if you do the time, skill, and you add value, like lawyers or super specialists, neurologists, or neurosurgeons, or some cardiologists, they get because they added extra value in the person's life, they saved life, they get paid based on how bigger problem they solve than a normal just clinician. And the last is basically you take people's time, you people's skill and value, then you do a business, and this has exponential cash flow. There is no limit. So instead of just saving your time, selling your time, you can take other people's time, skill, and value, and then you add and you create a business. You will get a exponential cash flow. So what is cash flow? Passive cash flow doesn't mean that you are not working. Passive cash flow only means that you work you put your efforts and time in short period, or it is the time and effort which is put in the past, and you will get paid throughout. Like suppose you start a business and it is running on its own on a systematic model. Even if you don't go to the business for 6 months, you will still get paid and it will keep on growing. So this is the importance of business quadrant. So I congratulate some of the people who shifted from employment quadrant to the self-employment quadrant, clinic or small businesses. Unfortunately, some of the therapists also shifted from self-employment quadrant to the business quadrant, and they are running a big empire, and they are able to grow their business very well. So when you are in this quadrant, whenever there is a corona crisis like this businessman, they understand this is a temporary crisis. It will be the exponential growth. They know that this will be the exponential growth, and they will come back and they know how to take tax benefit or all the government benefit which will be applied during this corona crisis. So what are the reasons of this business failure? Again, most commonly it is the cash flow loss. The regular routine cash flow which was coming due to routine OPDs, and the business was completely gone down. So there is a cash flow loss which may cause the failure or a setback, or they are unable to raise the money. They couldn't during this crisis. They couldn't get investment from their investors or some other sources, or it was a bad location. When I say bad locations, because if you are located in the area which is under a red zone, this is going to affect your business, and this bad location is going must have caused the cause of failure, or over expansion without margin. Or if you suddenly expand frequently, and there was a less margin, and now because of corona crisis suddenly the business has gone down. So from a less margin now you are in loss. So that is also one of the cause of your failure. Or it is a bad debt. Some of the population has taken a lot of loan during opening of the clinic or development of the clinic, and personal loans also. And now because of this, there is no income, and now this debt is becoming more problem for them, and unable to pay during this corona crisis. So what is the solution? First of all, increase the cash flow. So how do you maintain the increased cash flow? So make sure that the transaction should be, speed of transaction should be minimum. At least make sure that you take 60% cash daily, and 30% in advance, and late payment maximum 10%, and give limit up to 1 month only. Or you should have provide varieties of transaction modes. Don't just depend on cash or check. You should have other payment modes also, such as card payment or UPIs. Nowadays UPI is very common, so that the time of transaction of payment is reduced. So if there is a reduced cash flow, and we are in a business and a financial crisis, what are the solutions can be there to solve this problem? First, I suggest that focus on services most frequently used and profitable. Probably you might be giving lot of services presently, and each service, if it is costing you extra manpower or consumable, so focus on the most profitable or frequently used services, and focus on sellable product or services which will get you more profit. And otherwise have a differentiation point. You should have something different to offer than others, so that people will choose you. Either you can say that you got very good facilities for providing good healthcare during this corona crisis, and there is less chances of infection. So you can decide what differentiation point you got, and based on that you can start selling. Control the cost of administration, keep less inventory, do not keep a lot of inventory, whatever you keep, and then you can sell it faster, or order only less inventory. Engage your team. This is the most important point. During this crisis, your team might be lost and or sitting idle, or maybe they are also financially affected. Make sure that you engage them frequently. Do a lot of meeting. If they are not coming to the OPD and they are staying home, call them. Don't just call on the phone, make a video conference call, or nowadays Zoom meetings are very good. This is going to give a good boost up, and you will always be connected, and you will be emotionally attached, and ask also how can you help them financially or any other ways. Also reduce your capital expenditure. What are you the capital investment you are doing or expenditure are doing presently, you can give a hold on that. Or if you are doing some any developmental programs in your departments, keep a hold for that, or any research work which is asking for a lot of money, you can hold for some time, and then after some days you can start on that investment. Manpower, this is what is going to happen, affect very strongly. It has been speculated that throughout the India, around 10 to 30% of the people are going to lose the job. But fortunately, in our sector, we can save the jobs. Whenever there is this problem, there are three possibilities commonly. Either you reduce the employees, or you keep them, or you hire new. And most commonly, people are going to reduce the manpower, and some of the organizations, they always fire the people who they pay a large amount of salaries. So in that case, I suggest these people who are on high paid salary, they are also the most skillful person, which will be fired first. But you can do one thing. I suggest you retain your employees. Either you can retain them full time, or if you cannot retain them full time and give a full salary due to financial problems, you can at least retain them part time, so that they will get connected, and they will be always there with you. And if you got some financial help or financial stability, the first category of people who lost their job, uh, but who are very skillful, they will be available in the market for hiring. So you can hire these highly skillful people who are removed from the other organization. So there will be a lot of skillful people will be available in the market. So those who are doing financially good, please take this opportunity and hire this population. Or if you can't do that, or you cannot give them a lot of salaries or increments this year, provide non-financiable benefits. Like there are different organization provides non-financial benefit, like free food, social security, insurance, some achievements award, or any personal growth opportunity, or recognize them very well. Like you can keep a star of the month, or the best employee of the month, like this, and reward them, appreciate them publicly, uh, or do a lot of sales meeting, sales training program, send them to some other workshops or training in this period, so that they will also get benefited by education, and you don't have to spend more money. Working hours. Suppose you are working for 8 or 10 hours per day. The common tendency, because there are less patients are coming, you will try to reduce the working hour. I suggest don't reduce your working hour. Try to keep the same working hours or increase your working hours. And suppose if you increase your working hours, and but you can only go there for a short period of time, and you don't have more manpower, there'll be a lot of people who will be lost the job, or there'll be a lot of people who are actually the home visit consultant, and due to this corona crisis, presently they are not able to go for home visit, and they will be ideally sitting at home. So you can hire these people for a few hours and run your full-fledged OPD. Try to take maximum use of the 24 hours, because anyways we are paying 24-hour rent, so why not we increase our productive hours. Also try to keep your OPDs open on Sundays and holidays also, so this will be beneficial for everybody. And because of this corona crisis, at a time you will not able to take a lot of patients in the OPD. You need to categorize them, and or you have to take one patient at a time. So this way you will be able to spread the patient throughout the hours, and even if you require extra manpower, you can hire from the home visit consultant people. And this is basically mutually beneficial to both of you. So this is what I call the win-win formula. So those clinic owners who's got a lot of big rents to pay, if you can't afford to pay the full rent, you can hire these freelancers or home visit consultant, give them your clinic for rent them early, like 2 or 3 hours they can come and sit there. So you will also get paid for the rent, and the freelancer will get a clinic to sit because their home visit consultancy is now hampered. If you are in doubt that this may affect your business, so you can do a non-competitive collaboration. Suppose your specialty is you are from musculoskeletal department, so you can hire another department like neuro, cardio department, free consultant, or if you are a physiotherapist or healthcare profession, you can hire another dentist or another speech therapist or other medical fraternity people who will come there hourly basis, and they will also have place to sit, and they can also get paid in this particular problem of financial crisis. Now there are a lot of non-profit banking asset and machines will be sitting ideal in a department. So if your machines are not productive enough, like simply if I tell you example of a matrix machine, like you got a matrix machine and in a whole day you are able to only treat 2 or 3 patients, and you are not able to make a good business out of it. So you can contact another clinics or other free consultant, so you can give these machines for a few hours on a hiring basis to others. So mutually both will be benefit. He will also get a one expensive machine in their clinic, and you will also get benefited by some financial gain out of that. And you will be able to reduce your loss of productive hours and loss of non-productive asset, and this will help both of you. The only solution in this crisis is work extra, work overtime, and try to get a maximum out of these available hours. Now, what will the win-win formula for the patient? So in this period, because everybody is affected financially, not only healthcare sector, even our patients and their relatives are also affected. So their saving also will be less. So they will have less saving, less budget, and not ready to spend. So in that case, what you can do some alteration in the billing sector. If you are able to reduce your charges, you can reduce the charges. And if you are unable to reduce the charges, keep the charges same, but give monthly packages or collect advance payment, and based on this monthly package and advance payment, give them some discount or extra sessions or free session, so that you always maintain your cash flow. If they have got multiple problems, instead of billing them for different modalities or different diseases like ultrasound, IFT, and then exercises or FES, instead of billing multiple things, you can do a like 1 hour session, 2 hour session, and bill them hourly, so that they will get more benefit of all the machines and all the therapies at a lower cost, and you will also get a constant patients flow, and mutually both will be benefited. Or you can also ask them that if you have any family members or relatives which have the medical issues, you can give a combined family package to everybody, so that the patient will have to pay less money, and you will get a lot of patient at a time. So this is how mutually benefited. As a therapist, you focus on cash flow. You may not get more profit, but I want you to keep making your continuous cash flow. If you maintain your cash flow and you survive for next 3 to 6 months, you will automatically get profit in next 6 months. So Also, due to this infection, people will be scared of the infection. If you are calling them to OPD, and people will not be ready to come. So assure them safety, use safety gears, and don't just use, broadcast it. Tell your patient, show videos, show photos of your clinic, how you are following all your safety protocols, how you are using gears, safety gears to protect, and call and then inform them that don't worry, we are following all the protocol. You should also follow the protocol, and you can come to our OPD, and both will be safe, and there will be less transmission of the infection after the lockdown. Some of the population will be coming by commuting by public transport, and they'll be scared to avail the public transport, because that is also one of the direct source of uh, infection. If you are well to do and you have got some cars at home, you can hire a driver and provide a car who will do the pickup drop for this patient, because only one single car which is taken care of the infection, and good sterilization of the car is done, and your driver is also protected very well. So the patient will rely on you more. They will not be scared to use your transport, and they will able to come to your OPD more frequently than by using a public transport. Or you can do the online consulting. If you are not able to do anything out of this, you can do online consulting, and if you are able to get some payment from that, you can do that. Even if you don't get payment, keep giving consultation, because you will build a trust, and you will help your patient. In long run, they will always come back. Please always remember this: it is not what you do that people remember, but it is what you make them feel is more important. This emotion of yours of helping nature or supporting nature, how do you make them feel in this crisis? They will always remember. And because they remember your gesture of support, they will always come back to you. Now, you also have a problem of patients and customer load. So how to retain the old patients and increase the new patient? We already discussed some of the issues, but let me elaborate few more points. Communication now and after. Now during this crisis period, please call all your patients, whosoever you got the number. Either you can message or call them, ask them, how can I help you? Do you require any physiotherapy related issue? Do you require online consulting? Do you require some financial help? Or do you require some medicines or support from healthcare sector? Because you guys have a lot of healthcare contacts, so you can use their contacts or donations from other donation institute, and you can help this population. As I said, because people always remember how to make them feel more than what you do. This your concern nature, they will always remember, and this will help you in increasing the trust. Okay. Then next is brand building and marketing, and this will tell everybody that you are a very good guy who is got a very good trustworthy brand. So this is the most commonly scared topic by everybody, and everyone to do this marketing and branding. Uh, Commercially, marketing is available, but presently, due to this corona crisis, there will be less of fund for commercial marketing. If you got good fundings, you can do the commercial writing marketing. Use it very wisely, because now even the commercial marketing rates will be less, because everybody want to come back in the business, so we'll get all commercial ads at less cost. So contact them as soon as possible before the crisis opens, and or lockdown opens, and do the deal for 6 months, 1 year, and get a lot of discount during this period. What I am going to focus on the guerrilla marketing. Guerrilla marketing is basically is a low cost marketing, and there are a lot of good videos available on internet on guerrilla marketing. This is valuetainment challenge, which is run by uh, Patrick Bet David. He has given a very good ideas of guerrilla marketing for different business sector. Even Vivek Bindra has given a lot of videos on low cost marketing or without money marketing techniques, or cross marketing techniques. You can watch these videos. They are about general business, not particularly related to our healthcare profession or physiotherapy, but it will help you to understand how to do the guerrilla marketing, and then you can come up with some solution based on these videos. I have used some of the guerrilla marketing techniques for my company and my clinic, which I am going to share with you now. So commonly people do guerrilla marketing by doing medical camps, educational seminars like what we are doing. These all webinars. These are basically a media of guerrilla marketing or less cost marketing, teleconsulting. You can help a group of population or your patient with safety gears. You can share online case studies or before this corona crisis also, people used to use guerrilla marketing like conducting a lot of workshops or conferences, or you can also do the blogging. Blogging is basically just free bloggings are available, which you can blog about your work, about your case studies, and people will read it and they will follow it. And this will help you in creating a good brand. Or you can use social media. All these are low cost and free marketing strategies. Brand building. Basically, what is brand? Brand is trust. Trust means people believe you will deliver what you say. So if you keep doing the same thing again and again, you can do the brand. And brand is basically kind of logo. So these are some of the simple brand building techniques I used. I used t-shirts. These are the t-shirt which is given to our patient, therapist also, and the patient also. Whenever they do some extra work or they achieve a big leap in their progress, then we award them with the t-shirt. Or we have used this kind of napkins with the logo on it, which was given to the patient, and we said, because you are working hard here, so, and you are sweating a lot, so we are here to wipe your sweat. Like this emotional statement, you can make your own sentences and make it emotional attachment, and you can use as a marketing technique. Or you can use appreciation trophies. These are some of the carry bags, and we have used these promotional vouchers for workshops or series also, which were given during conferences, which is what was worth about 200, 300, 500, whichever cost you want, which they can use in your future workshop or seminars. Or we also give bags to the patient, because when they come to us, they carry their luggage such as the water bottle, weights, or extra diapers. Like that, if you provide these bags to them also, this will help them to carry their material together. And so we do the GB festival of JB Festival of Patients Victory Celebration. Like every 3-4 months or 6 monthly, we celebrate patient victory. We project their statistics, like what was their previous condition, and after 3 months, what was their condition, how they did improvement, and then we award them this kind of t-shirts. This is also one of the very good kind of marketing. And because in this meeting, all the patients, previous patient also come, so you get a big crowd at a time, and you can talk about your work, talk about your services, and when you appreciate them, they will also feel better, because you are publicly appreciating their work. This is how we give this t-shirt and the bag to one of my paraplegic patient who started walking on FRO, which was earlier was unable to walk with cape also. Or you can give along with this, you can give a detailed description note with that, which will talk about how good they did work. They did a good work in your tenure. This is also can be given to the patient, as well as this can be given to your staff and team also. These small letters are also very important, because for them this is a bigger certificate than the degree what we give to our students. Or certificate of appreciation, like we can give certificate of appreciation, a printed format like this, to the team, along with some flowers. So this is also one of the certificate of appreciation was given to one of the team members. And also we had started a GB School Neuro Rehab Scholarship, which was basically given to all the BPT final year toppers in Maharashtra. So it was open invitation all over the Maharashtra. Whosoever is the topper in neuro subject, they will get a cash prize, scholarship with certificate, and then they also given the GB School bag, GB School trophy. So this small appreciation was very good for them. My aim was to promote neuro, so this helped them to work harder in the subject of neuro. Usually only the university topper gets appreciated, but the college topper doesn't get appreciated. So I wanted to reach to the masses, larger masses. So I started giving this kind of scholarship to the BPT final year topper in Maharashtra. So you can select your own territory. You can select only from your city or all over the India. It is up to you how do you want to do it. Or you can conduct a lot of workshops. And during the workshop also, whenever somebody asks good question, appreciate them. And if you like his work or his question, you can give that trophy to them. And these are some of the prizes which I have given to the people who are working in their own field. Some of they are working in the rural areas, some are doing special work in special field. So you can appreciate them publicly, because all these trophies they are going to keep in their cabin. It will be showcased in their cabin, as you can see that how I am showcasing my trophies here. And this is the indirect advertising of your clinic. We also conducted a lot of entrepreneurship workshop where we teach physiotherapists how to do the business and conduct the entrepreneurships. And during this seminar, we also appreciate a lot of people who started with their clinical business and then shifted to the small case business. So all these small event will always be remembered in public's mind, and this will help you in creating a brand. Uh, all conducting different workshops also with your brand name is very helpful. And whenever you conduct the workshop, give each participant certificate and take photographs with them, because they are going to share their this individual photograph on their Facebook or social media, and this is indirect your marketing. uh, Brand promotion is not restricted only to your clinic. It is throughout the year and all the time. Like I do brand promotion always. I always wear this GB Schools t-shirts. Like you can see that I had gone for a PNF workshop. I am always wearing the GB School t-shirt. Or if I go to conferences, I always wear GB School t-shirt. So this logo is seen. I have given some small scholarship to my college. And during the sponsorship, the trophy has my logo of the clinic, or the certificate has logo. I have sponsored in a small conference, not a small conference, it was a national conference, and you can see that the logo can be seen as a clinical partner. And this sponsorship or advertising doesn't stop only here. You can keep advertising throughout. Like you can see that these are my some of the personal trips. I'm still wearing my GB School t-shirt always. Even when I go to pubs, I used to wear this t-shirt only. People used to ask me, why are you using your GB School t-shirt? Then I used to ask them, if you are wearing a Nike t-shirt or such t-shirt, did I ever complain? So why are you complaining that why am I wearing a GB t-shirt? If you feel proud by wearing Nike, I feel proud by wearing my GB School t-shirt. So don't object me. So like that, you should be confident about your own brand. And if you don't appreciate your own brand, people will not appreciate you. And you can advertise everywhere. Like when I gone to Australia, this was our advertising during the Mumbai airport visit. Even my college gathering, when we had a small get together, I am always wearing my GB School t-shirt. So we are dancing in the college. So people are noticing my brand, and there is a back logo on the t-shirt. Um, I keep advertising everywhere. Like when I had gone to Australia, this is our mentor, and one of the biggest person in neuro, Roberta. During her meeting, you can see that I'm wearing that logo there. So please keep branding. Not just focus on clinical branding, also focus on personal branding. Along with your company branding, personal branding is very important. And personal branding can be done through social media, or you can do the personal branding through friends, students, and employee. What is personal branding? It is very simple. What people think about you, what they relate with you. Like whenever I go anywhere, I talk about neuro. So whenever the neuro comes, my name comes. And I used to talk a lot about my therapies in my friends. So I used to tell them that I could make a lot of patient walk. So whenever they think about making somebody walk, they always think about my name. So the brand is going that Gajanan can make anybody walk. Like this, you can make your own statements and help others also to think about it. If you are attached to some colleges, your students are going to help you create a lot of personal brandings. Even your employer are going to advertise about your activities, your work. They are going to tell everybody. So you can use this personal branding. These are some of the videos which can be seen here. Like there is a very good video of Salman Khan patterning, how he helped from bad guy image to a now highly acceptable person in India, and he is now promoting himself that he is the person who helps anybody. He is a very kind person, like that. You can use it. So I appreciate how he created his brand in last 10-20 years. You can keep personal branding everywhere. You should have iconic figures. Like I work in aquatic, so I started using aquatic as my personal branding. And whenever you are anywhere in the public, always remember, even if you are in the public, you are always unique. You should stand out. You can see this. I used the opportunity to dance, and I started leading the whole crowd, and I stood in the center, and I'm advertising myself. So everybody will remember my dance, my poses there. So you should do that personal branding continuously. You can use your clinic space or friends visit also for personal branding. Like these are some of my friends just came to visit me, and you can see that my clinic photo and brand is seen there. So even your personal brands can be advertised like that. You can also see there are a lot of photographs or my certificates are seen in the back. So whole room is full of certificates there. So this tells the people that, oh, you have done so many workshops, you have done so many trainings. So your personal brands keeps on increasing. This will help you to create your personal identity very strongly. And the more you use social media, a lot of people is going to like you. They are going to chase you, and your brand keeps on growing. So all this branding has actually helped me. Earlier I was actually an employee like all of you. I was in academics, was teaching for 12 years, and then I started only working in clinics for 3 hours. I started with a very small room only for 3 hours. Then we shifted to 200 square feet clinic. Then from there we shifted to 3 BHK clinic, which was around 1,500. Shifted to 3-floor bungalow, which is around 500 square feet right now. So this is how all this progress happened within 3 years. So what is the success behind this progress? And actually, when I started in 2017, within first 6 months, I opened 6 clinics. This 6 clinic opening is also one of my way of advertising and branding. But that does not mean I have put a lot of money in this. There are a lot of ways, non-financial, financial ways to expand your business. And I must tell you that I'm from a very middle class background. I did not have so much funding, and I have not taken any funding from outside or any loan till today for the development of my business. What was the secret? Because basically, whatever the cash flow was coming from the business was always put back into the business. Usually, it is a common tendency that you put all the money from your business in your personal account, and then you start utilizing all the money for your personal growth or enjoyment, entertainment, or family. So what I followed that from the business, I only took a fixed amount of money, whichever I required for my monthly expenses. That amount only I take. All the other amount is always in the clinic or business account, and I keep putting that money into the account, and that helped me to grow my business. So within 3 years, we are doing around 3 millions, sorry, 60 to 70 millions per year. So like 60 to 70 lakhs, we are generating cash flow per year. Uh, so as I said that please do not take loan, and if you have taken a loan, manage your loan faster. What are the credit card you have, please close it sooner, because it is around 30 to 40%. It is at the 30 to 40% rate. Unsecured loan, which is around 14 to 18%, personal loan, business loan, start reducing one by one. and get out of the debt as possible. Do not keep any bad debt. Only keep good debt, which will help you to progress your business. That good debt only is allowed. To understand what is good debt and bad debt, you can listen to Robert Kiyosaki's video about good debt, bad debt. He will help you to understand which loan is better and which loan is not better, and how to clear your debt. You can listen to one of the Vivek Bindra's video, which is shown here. He has very well explained how to reduce the debt. So in the summary, start your financial planning, create emergency fund, get life insurance or health insurance, get short-term financial planning, and also do your long-term financial planning. So thank you, and all the best to all of you. And if you have any queries, you can on ask on the YouTube. And if you want to learn any future entrepreneurship related seminars, you can attend our seminar. Here is our contact. Thank you. Dharam sir.
Thank you, Dr. Gajanan, for a very elaborative and very nice explanation about marketing and other branding techniques. And hope all the audience have enjoyed the lecture here, and it is going to solve their many of problems. So here I would like to ask you a few questions which have been here for from many of our audience. So
Thank you, Dr. Gajanan. It was a nice presentation. A lot of question has come. First, Dr. Ujwal has asked, can our services can be registered under the SME or the MSME so that we can receive various government benefits and support? Is it possible we can register under SME or the MSME?
Sir, I can't get your question. Can you repeat your question
I
again?
think let me elaborate that, sir. Basically, the small industries and enterprises, the government gives a lot of benefits to people, the enterprises. So what I think, I understood that he wanted to know that if the physiotherapy services are getting registered under small scale industries and enterprises kind of things, then the physiotherapists will also start getting such benefits from government. So is that possible?
It is possible. Basically, for government, it is not like the physiotherapist or healthcare sector. First of all, you need to follow the norms of business sector. What are the different types of businesses which are supposed to be registered? Suppose you are a consultant only, then there are less benefit. Like if you are working as an employer or as a self-employed proprietorship, then there are less benefit. But if you create a company like partnership company or LLP or private limited company or a trust, you get a lot of benefit.
Yeah.
But I am not the expert. What kind of benefit? You can contact your CA, but there are benefits.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And do you think that the people will become more uh, conscious about health after lockdown? There was one question somebody was asking that the people will become more health conscious and so that the business will grow. Do you think that?
Uh, People will definitely become conscious. Conscious is a relative person.
Yeah,
Shall I?
yeah, yeah,
Can you
sir. We
hear
can
me,
hear
sir?
you. We can hear you. We can hear you, sir.
Uh, Consciousness is just a relative perception.
Yeah.
People will be conscious, but you can reduce the consciousness about the uh, corona crisis or infection by making them more aware. Use lot of gears, safety gears, and advertise them. Show them how you are following the protocols. They are not conscious going to the hospital, but they will be more conscious going to the clinics because clinics has less.
We can't hear you, sir. Your voice is not clear.
So
You
I
are.
got disconnected. I got disconnected.
Yes, yes. Sir, there was a question that somebody was asking that I think Manish, some people might overcharge when the lockdown over and patients, and this is going to affect our profession adversely. So, what solution do you think about that? Because of crisis, the people will start overcharging. So, I think it is the personal matter. And what do you say there? Did you get my answer? Question?
Actually, sir, voice is getting cut. Give me 1 minute. I will connect on another device. I think there is some problem with this. Now I can hear you
Now
properly.
we can
Yeah,
we can hear.
Gajanan,
We can.
so if I ask you, like somebody was
I
asking,
didn't get the question.
okay, so people are asking to offset their losses if physiotherapists start overcharging the patients. So is it wise to overcharge the patient to offset their losses during this closed period?
Oh, very good question, sir. Very good question. See, overcharging is like you're already in pain and you are causing more pain.
Yeah.
As I said, don't focus on profit right now. I want you to just focus on cash flow. Whatever the money you are getting, keep getting that. Because if you retain your patient in this crisis, they will always stay with you for long time. Because people always remember how do you make them feel during their problematic time. If in the problem period, if you are with them, you are supporting them, you'll always get paid more. Profit should not be the goal. Profit is just the end result of the service. Like I said, in business, business is very simple. You find a problem and you find a solution for that. If you give a good solution, the money is just a byproduct of it. It is not the aim of the service. So keep doing your services at whatever the capacity you are. You can tell your patient, if you can pay right now, you can pay. Or if you couldn't pay, give them some time. Buy them time for 10 days, 15 days, 1 month, and just give a small reminder. If you got some money, can you please after some time? But please do not ever overcharge right now.
Okay, Gajanan, in the last, I think there is just space for one more question, if you can hear properly. So there were doubts about starting your own clinic as a freelancer or open a franchisee. And if you are doing either one of them, like how should you prioritize your equipments and cost in doing that?
I think this is the most important question, probably because the whole flow people have understood what I did. Uh, First of all, my project is not a franchisee. All the clinics are self-owned, and I followed very simple fundamentals. Always start small. If you are not having good financial background, a light kite always flies high. So if you have got a small budget, always start with a very small clinic. Like I started with only 2 lakh rupees, and I had only one bed and one equipment. And the more I get money, I used to buy slowly one equipment, and that's how I grown up. And these clinics also, they are basically, whenever I got money, if I show profit, instead of that I buy another clinic that will go in expense column. So this will also help you to balance your profit and loss statement, and indirectly you get a good attachment in another clinic. And but always remember that your first clinic should be profitable, and the profitable clinic should be around 40 to 60%. Then only you start another center. Otherwise, don't do that. If you are getting only 10 15% of margin in your business, do not go on expanding. And
Okay.
What?
Okay.
make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that we have answered enough questions, and After this, you can go on the chat and you may like to answer some of them personally. But I think most of them benefited with your talk a lot. And there were a lot of take-off ideas from here. And I would like, from the Rehabilitation Science Group, I would like to thank you for sharing your experience and your mistakes during your journey. And we all gain from it. Thank you, Dr. Gajanan. And I hope participants have gained a lot from it.
Thank you
Thank you,
very much.
Dr. Gajanan. So we can close the session now. And with the closing note, I would request everyone here, audience, to do subscribe the channel and to get the further notification. And in coming lectures, we are having some international lectures from Dr. Silverio. And Dr. Sagun, can you highlight that what topic he is taking?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Dr. Silverio would be coming on the 14th of May at 7 p.m. His topic is craniofacial and postural system. How can it affect up your muscles chain? So he is the director in the Ampere International School in Switzerland. He has given his kind consent to be on our YouTube channel on 14th of May at 7 p.m. So I would request all our audience to be there at 7 p.m. on 14th of May. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Gajanan, again from the Rehab Sciences. Thank you.
So with this note, let's finally thanks and appreciate Dr. Gajanan for having such a wonderful and lecture session that most of people must have understood about what do's and don'ts in their business. Thank you once again, Dr. Gajanan. Thank you very much. Thank you.